So this is a demo of our app studi. It's basically an agentic tutor. So you can ask it like teach me recursion in Python. There's a couple things that make it stand out. One of them is sparks. So Spark is a way for the agent to help visualize topics and add micro interactions for the user that plain text count. So we have a couple different sparks. One of them is a coding spark. We have a scene spark. So for example, it can create physics and math simulations. We have a Desmos spark where it can interact with Desmos and then you can interact with it back and then visualize it. We have a flashcard spark, a quiz spark. So that sparks. We also have what's called a lab. Now, a lab is basically sparks are like just attached to a message and they're for micro interactions or visualizations. A lab is basically a long-term place for you to learn by doing, right? So for example, if you want to learn coding React or something, you shouldn't just like use a spark, right? Spark is going to help you visualize and add micro interactions, but instead should learn by doing and building projects. So the only lab we have right now is a coding lab where basically you have this IDE and the agent gives you tasks and then you do the tasks with the IDE and then do like a course thing. And then with that, we also have tracks. So a tracks basically creates a plan. So if you want to learn topics that are big, it's going to prompt you to do plans. Or if you do a lab, it's going to prompt you to do plans. And just basically, there's a long-term plan to learn a certain topic. You can check them off. The agent checks them off. There's progress bars. But yeah, and then we also have a voice model, which is still experimental. It's very buggy, but hopefully by the time we launch it, it's gonna be pretty good. So, hey.
Hi there. Of course. Let's start with something simple. What aspect of your voice
No.
would you like?
So, can you teach me recursion in Python?
Absolutely. Let's dive into recursion. We'll start with a simple example, a function that calls itself, for instance, the classic factorial function. Are you ready to see how it works step by step?
Yeah. Could you show me the spark again?
Here's an interactive visualization to help you understand recursion. You can
Let's hang up, exit the voice, and then if you do a voice, all of this stays. So the end goal is that we want to create a interactive, intuitive learning experience that's personalized to you with AI. And yeah, on top of that, I have a couple of questions for you guys. What type of sparks do you want? I know we have a couple of the ones we already have, but what would you like? We're currently going to implement a whiteboard. Also, if you guys are interested, we can implement a Canvas connector so that the agent can go through your Canvas classes or do your assignments or help you with assignments. Have the one for maybe like an essay writer thing. But yeah,